I have a scholarship through UMSI. So at this point, I'd receive my stipend for my scholarship in January. And the next time that the scholarship stipend would be offered again wasn't until September. I was able to secure an internship early on, however, it was unpaid. So even though I was getting the experience, I wasn't necessarily being compensated financially to be able to support myself over the course of the summer.
Because it was the pandemic, I was also using my laptop a lot more than I was used to. And then about midway in, I think it was April, my computer just shut off one day, and then I could not log into my computer. And this is really, really bad news for someone who's been using their computer the whole time.
Towards the end of April, early parts of May was when I realized that I'm in a position where I need to swallow my pride and take the opportunity to ask for help because I needed the help. I didn't have any additional way of just supporting myself while I was here in Ann Arbor.
The other thing is I could really use a new computer, but it's just at that time, that's not something I had budgeted, into my expenses being a student here. And so then I started seeing messages from the Emergency Student Fund.
We have always wanted to make sure that students have their needs met, especially those immediate needs that come up suddenly. What we never want to see happen is a student have to stop moving forward in their educational goals.
Once I found out about the award and realized that I was getting the funding, I was just filled with joy that I wasn't going to have to scramble to figure out how to cover my living costs while here in Ann Arbor.
I was kind of expecting maybe they'd give me a few $100s or cover half of it. I just remember opening the email and I was just staring at it for 5 seconds and I was just did I read this correctly? Very, very grateful that they were able to provide the full funding for that.
I would honestly say I almost, if not, then I definitely shed a couple of tears of joy.
I love knowing that students are being cared for and watched and supported through their time at the School of Information. It means a lot to me to be a part of a community that sees students in this way and wants to support them all the way through.
Everyone who has been a student knows that time when you're just yep, I have approximately $15 in my bank account. I know the difference a little bit of money can make in somebody's experience at school.
Thank you to the donors for making the emergency fund available and making it an opportunity for students like myself that have been or are in a position where they need help financially.